Good night, everyone. I just wanted to take this opportunity to kind of share my thoughts about what has been happening. The hot topic since Monday has been Miss Porsha Williams from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think everybody and their mother has been talking about this, and we all have our opinions. But I have a few of my own that I would like to share with you in regards to, the actions of all the actors in this situation. And so far, most of the comments have been centered around Portia and what she has done and the consequences of her actions. But very little is being said about the other actors in the entire situation. And I just want to talk a little bit about what I think has happened, what I think is going to happen, and some of the red flags that we tend to pretend like we don't see them, but they are things that we ought to pay attention to. Now, first of all, for the very few of us who might not know of the situation, I'm just going to give a brief, review of what happened. Now, Porsha Williams, she is one of the actresses, I would say, that is on the reality series The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, in the last season 13, there was this lady who came on the Real Housewives of Atlanta named Falyn, and she has a husband named Simon. All right, so follow me now. So Simon is the husband of Falyn, and Portia is one of the stars on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So Falyn recently came on, and when she came on the show as one of the friends of Portia. Now, whether or not, because Portia later came out and said they are not friends, they were just introduced on screen as friends, but they are not real friends in real life. Irrespective of that, at the end of the day, these two women knew each other. So put that in the back of your mind that there is this person that you are actually, co-workers per se, right? So say both of you are actually co-workers, you work together. You're not friends, right? But you're not enemies at the same time. But you are aware of the lady and you know that she has a husband. Okay. Now, over the period, we see on screen that Portia and Falyn, they are building a friendship. Whether or not they were friends before, they begin to build a friendship in which Portia starts going to Falyn's house, meet Falyn's husband, and so on and so forth. Now, something happened within the relationship between Falyn and her husband. We don't know and we don't care to know, but whatever happened, they decided that they were going to file for divorce. After they filed for the divorce, now here comes Portia within 2, 3 months later, before the divorce even is finalized, saying that Simon, the husband of Falyn, has now proposed to her and they are now engaged. All right. Now, the first question there that I want us to tackle is, would you date your co-worker's husband? Date your co-worker's husband. And that is important. The two words date and husband of another lady are the two key things in that statement. Because, first of all, the person has not been yet divorced. But we know that there are many instances, because even with Latoya on the show, Latoya states that she and her husband are going through a divorce, and she openly stated that while they are going through a divorce, she does not feel committed or in any way that she should be loyal to him. So if she wants to date other men, then she is going to do that. She said that openly on screen, right? That she does not think that she should be restricted. Allegedly, I don't want to say that's exactly what she said. Not verbatim. Don't take me verbatim, but that's what I interpreted from what she had said. Okay. And we know that there are relationships where people are estranged in their marriage and it takes them years before they actually get a divorce. Now, what do you think that these persons ought to do in the meantime that their divorce is not yet finalized? Right? So we can't just take it and say, oh, the lady, the two are actually married, and while they are married, they should respect the marriage because X, Y, and Z. We live in we're living in Jamaica, and divorces take even longer than what happens in the US. So, and some people really can't afford to even get a divorce in the sense that they can't afford to pay a lawyer to get a divorce. So, even here, you know, two people can be living separately, right? Having different lives, but at the end of the day, they are still married. So it begs a question to say exactly what do we expect when when we marry someone? In the sense that when you look at it, let me backtrack a bit because again we tend to look at marriage as being this connection, which it is a connection between two people in a relationship. But at the same time, you also have to look at it that marriage is also a business, right? So when you look at it like that, you have to also make preparations not only for you joining with that person, but also what are the acceptable behaviors that this person ought to, respect when you are actually separating. So I think that is where the problem comes in because guess what? I know that if you propose to me and we're going to get married, we're going to hire someone to help us planning the wedding. We're gonna need a pastor. We're going to probably live together and so on and so forth. But we don't really talk about when we're going to separate. What are the things that we ought to do when we are separating? And because we haven't had that discussion, that is why we are here, where we are all up in arms about the two people trying to separate themselves from each other, which we know of them separate, two whole bodies different. But I mean, you would have considered them in marriage to be one, and so now that they are separating, what are the acceptable behaviors for these two to, separate both legally and emotionally. Now, although I can understand in that sense that when the two separate physically or mentally, that legally they are not yet separated, and so they are technically still married. Mm, Depending on the way in which their marriage would have ended, I would not say that that's a big issue for someone to say that they are dating another person who is currently married. That's just my thought. Don't kill me in the comments. Don't kill me. That's just my thought. That if both parties have come to an agreement that the relationship has ended, right? Both parties, not just one, because one person can say it is ended and the other person is hoping that it is not yet ended and would like to resolve whatever problems there are in the marriage. However, if you say that the marriage has ended and both parties are in agreement and you both have, physically separated yourselves and you are trying to live your own life, then it shouldn't be a problem whoever else that person wishes to take on. Okay, that is one dimension of it. However, now, when Portia now then decides to insert herself into that, in the sense that she now decides to date Simon, or when Simon decides to now date the co-worker of Falyn, that's where, a little bit of a gray area comes in. Now, even though, even though if I'm in a relationship and the person who I'm in a relationship with, when we separate, I say to myself, you know what, we ended on good terms. I wish you all the best, right? If when you go away and you go away and you decide to then date someone who I am personally connected to, I'm going to look at it a kind of way. I'm going to feel a way. Me feel a way about that, right? Me go feel a way about that. And even worse, if the relationship ended on a sour note, right? And then you go pick up my girlfriend or my co-worker to be with, I'm going to even feel more of a way. All right, I'm Jamaican, so that's how we talk. But what I mean is, I'm going to feel salty, I'm going to feel bad about what you have done. All right, so either way, whether we separated on a good note or we separated on a bad note, if you decide to go and date someone who is closely connected to me, I am going to feel some type of way. So Falyn would be in all her rights emotionally to be feeling some type of way about the fact that Simon, her husband, right, decided to go and date her co-worker. All right. So Simon is the one who I would say would be at fault in that situation to, betray Falyn's um, commitment to him during the marriage, and even know that the marriage is being dissolved, to go and date um, her co-worker. I would not give that to Porsha. And the reason why I would not give that to Porsha is right here, right? I would not give that basket to carry to Porsha to say that someone owed, right? Does Portia owe Falyn her loyalty? If Portia is a single woman and Portia is out there dating, right? Portia is looking for a suitor, a mate. All right? Now be honest, ladies, right? If you are a single woman, right? If you are a single woman and these are the pool of men that, are offering themselves to you. And we know how black men are. Many of them do not want to commit to marriage in the first place. Look at the problem that Portia faced with Dennis to get Dennis to marry her, right? Dennis didn't want to get married to Portia, as much as Dennis went and even engaged Portia. I don't think Dennis wanted to marry Portia, because even Dennis's mother was in opposed to that union. If you notice what Dennis's mother was saying, you have to sign a prenup, you have to sign a prenup, right? I think the lady just sensed Portia's whole energy and did not want Dennis to put himself in a position to lose all of his, wealth that he amassed. Apparently, it seems Dennis also has a lot of money, right? But then, although I'm segueing into um, something that is not a part of the discussion, but this is the thing that I have with Portia now. Now, how is it that Portia herself? How is it that um, Portia, how is it that Portia seems to be this type of woman who goes after men who are very wealthy, right? She goes after men who are very wealthy. And yet, I would think that a woman of Portia's stature, someone who is famous, would have her own money, right? Would have her own business. and she has claimed to have her own business. We see that she works as a radio host. So I mean, you should have money of your own. Why is it so much a requirement for you to have a man who is extremely wealthy, right? And you're already famous. It's not like you want to get married to the man in order to become famous. You are already famous. You already have money. You already have a business. Now, why are you so enthralled about getting someone worth $40 million who is much older than you and apparently is also connected to your baby father? Me no see how you figure do something like that, Porsha. You're stupid, man. You're stupid, right? You are in a position that so many women, would have loved to be in, to be able to do things on their own, do things on your own and not having to depend on a man. Now you want to, at the point in life that you want to connect yourself to a man. You want to be dependent on that man, right? But if it's happen to your Porsche, you see the fact say, when you there, Kenya was making waves with her. Kenya more hair care. Kenya more hair care. She started make a lot of money in her business and she's able to afford private jets and whatnot. And you just became very jealous and you saw that, okay, you're able to fly on a private jet and I'm not able to fly on a private jet. Anyways, I can get a man to do this for me. And that's what you went and you did. You went and you found someone who had the means in which to, flaunt and, carry on to say that, yes, I have money too. But anyways, Portia, you wear me out all the while in a Portia. You make me talk and get all excited all the while. That's the one thing. You're very entertaining. Even though people say Portia is not very entertaining, I think you are very entertaining, just as the other ladies. Me no like Candy too much. She boring, but at the same time she boring with a little bit of entertainment behind it. But anyways, get back to the topic what I was discussing. So here is a question: would you marry a man if you are single? No, I'm running ahead of myself. This part of it, it's would you marry a man worth $40 million? Tell me down in the comments whether it be a whole man lie down on the bed can't move, right? Or a man of Simon's strength, right? In the sense that he's not old lying down in the bed, but him much older than you, or a young person, whoever, no matter the type, shape, size of the man. Because guess what? When you start saying that you're going to marry people for money, all that you're seeing, is the money. And that is, again, the ethical dilemma that Portia is in. You can't just take up someone because of just the um, money that they're able to give you. Because guess what? You start off wrong and you're going to end up wrong. You start off wrong already, so relationship already foundation is on rock, is on sandy ground. It now go stay up, baby love. It now go stay up. So therefore, you don't lose already before you even win. Before you even touch into the relationship, you lose already. All right. But let me know, what are your thoughts? Would you marry a man worth $40 million? All right. We spoke about the fact that Simon went and decided to date Falyn's co-worker, and for that I said that one I give it to Simon. Simon, all that one, you betrayed your wife's your wife's, what would I say now, trust in you, right? Her faith in you over the 2 years that you were married. And so for you to then, at the coming to the end of your marriage to her, you decide to go and date her co-worker. That part of it, you were very much wrong for that. All right. Um, as it pertains to Porsha in the situation, though, um, Porsha went and dated her co-worker's husband. All right. Now, in the real world, if you dated your co-worker's husband, there would be a lot of tension in the workplace, and more than likely, you might have to resign your job and leave. Now, I don't know in this situation how to judge it because it's not like an organization where Porsha is going to see Falyn every day. It's not that type of situation, right? Um, and Falyn might not be on the show ever again. It's not like she must come in contact with her unless Bravo decides to, you know, um, give Falyn a peach and welcome her back into the next season. No, that would be a problem right there. So don't Porsha, this so you'd have a problem because every day you will be confronted with the bad decision that you have made. But in any case, as a single woman, I would say that yes, Porsha is allowed to date Simon, right? So long as she understands what she is doing and the position that she is putting herself in, and if she is willing to go with the consequences of her actions, right? All of us we weigh the cost and the benefits of our actions before we take them. Or that is the ideal. That is what you would do before you make decisions, right? And we know that some people don't really um, think about their decisions before they do them. And despite you wanting to think that this girl here, Portia, that she does not understand what she's doing, I'm sure she has weighed the costs and the benefits and has seen that the benefits far outweigh the costs of the decision that she is taking. So if she decides to date a married man, that's her business. All right. The other day, I did get into some back and forth with someone online when the person was saying that women are wrong to date. Women are wrong to date. Women are wrong to have sex with someone who is in a committed relationship, right? I don't remember the exact words that they were using. But in any case, what I am saying is this. The woman out a door don't owe you in the relationship nothing. All right? The woman out a door don't owe you who in a relationship with someone nothing. And I have to repeat that twice because that person is single, right? And many a times when a man goes out there to seek a woman, no, many a man, whether married or single, right? Whether you're in a relationship or not, from them see somebody that they like and they approach you, they're not going to approach you with anything negative for you to reject them. All right? They are going to come and they are going to say all the niceties that they want to say or they think that you would want to hear in order for you to accept what they are bringing. All right? In order for you to be there eye to eye with him, he's going to tell you all that you want to hear. And in fact, many women even tell the man what they want to hear. Me don't want no man where go do this. Me don't want no married man. Then if you say that I me like you, you don't want no married man and you say that in my presence I me like you. You think me gonna tell her say you're me married? You're not gonna tell her that. So when two people are in a relationship, if I have my husband and he goes out there and he finds someone and have a relationship with a female, I'm not going to blame the female for the fact that my husband stepped out of our union in order to go copulate with someone else. And that is the problem that many females do not understand. right? You can't put the blame on the other person. The person who cheated on you was the person who you are in a relationship with, right? And when you're going to tell me that, oh, if there wasn't, if a woman didn't lie down with him, he wouldn't have cheated. No, the woman now out there lie down and wait for him to come. Listen, him walk out of your relationship and go to the woman. All right? He is the one that walked out and went to the woman. So if he is the one who is going out there, right? He is the one that you ought to address in the situation. All right? The woman, however, who is out there being single is dating and looking at all the options to determine which option is best suited for her. Now, if she wants to, after finding out that the man is married, continue on with the relationship, she will meet her karma as well. She's going to get her karma because the same way how the man is cheating with her, if the man ends up with her, the man is going to cheat again on her. All right? So you don't even need to take out any revenge on the other person. All right? So I don't believe that as females, you owe another female anything when it really comes to dating. When it comes to dating, you are the one who is responsible for your actions, and you are out there, looking to see who you can find, and based on your moral principles, you might not want to, you know, choose. You might not want to choose to be with someone who is married, to date someone who is married. You might not want to do that. But because, we all are left with choices, if that's the choice that, you know, that's the choice that Porsha takes, that's Porsha's business. And although many a times I really don't side with some of the things that Porsha does, and I really want to say that Porsha is at fault in this situation. At the end of the day, I am not giving Porsha too much of the blame. I think the blame in this situation is really the man, which is Simon, right? Simon, I believe, is the one who is to be blamed in this situation. And especially as Simon is also friendly with Portia's boyfriend, I think the boyfriend is the one who probably introduced Portia to Simon. And how could Simon now decide to be with Portia, knowing that Portia has a child for Dennis, and Dennis and Simon are friends, right? Simon knows that Portia and Falyn are friends. So how is it that Simon decides now to go and choose to date and propose to Portia? Why am I not think so none of this really, man? That's how me come to none of this is actually real. But it sounds like it's real coming from the reality TV actors, as I said. Well, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed my comments. I really hope you did. Happened here. Okay. I hope you enjoyed my views on what has happened between the three persons. Oh, I don't think I touched more. Oh, I didn't think I spoke about Falyn. I didn't speak too much as to about what Falyn's role in the whole entire situation is. But maybe I will get back to it in another live stream. This is my first live that I'm doing. I wanted to see what it was like. I will be doing this. I'm gonna see if I can do this maybe um, once per week or twice per week and see where it takes us. Um, yeah, good night.